Most 2026 SUV reviews come from people who test drive a car for a few hours and hand it back. But if you really want to know what a vehicle is worth, don't ask a journalist, ask the mechanic who fixes it after 4 years of hard use. Today, we're ignoring the bestseller lists. In fact, 3 of these SUVs are being actively hidden by dealerships because they cost too much to maintain. We're counting down the only 5 SUVs built with a mechanical surplus designed to last 200,000 miles and beyond without the dreaded powertrain failure. Stick around for number 1, because this vehicle defies the laws of physics, embarrasses sports cars at red lights, and is being kept in the back of dealer lots with a $10,000 markup. Let's dive into the forever SUVs. We're starting with a vehicle that technically shouldn't exist. Mazda accountants reportedly tried to kill this project 3 times because it was too expensive to build correctly. You've been told that CVTs, or continuously variable transmissions, are the future because they save gas. What they don't tell you is that a CVT is essentially 2 pulleys in a steel belt. When that belt snaps, and in many brands it's a when, not an if, you're looking at a $5,000 to $8,000 replacement bill because they aren't designed to be rebuilt. I once had a client with a 2022 compact SUV from a major rival whose CVT gave up at 62,000 miles, just 2,000 miles out of warranty. The repair cost more than the car's remaining equity. The Mazda CX-50, specifically the 2.5S and turbo trims, uses the Aisin 6-speed geared automatic. This is an old-school planetary gear set. It's heavier, more expensive to manufacture, and slightly less fuel efficient. But according to 2025 repair frequency data, these units have a failure rate 40% lower than the industry's leading CVTs. Mazda overbuilt the suspension for 800 pounds of extra load and used triple reinforced engine mounts. It's apocalypse-proof. If you're looking at the 2025-2026 hybrid trim, be careful. That one does use a CVT, the e-CVT from Toyota. It's reliable, but if you want that built-like-a-tank feel, stick to the 2.5 turbo.
Number 4 is the SUV that acts like a high-yield savings account. Most people buy a car based on the monthly payment. Experts buy based on residual value. A typical luxury SUV loses 50 to 60% of its value the second you drive it off the lot. But the Highlander hybrid? Data from Black Book shows it retains roughly 72% of its MSRP after 5 years. You aren't spending $50,000, you're parking it. But here is the secret the dealer service desk is praying you don't find out. Beneath the second-row seats of this $50K machine sits a tiny $20 plastic mesh screen, the hybrid battery cooling filter, part number G920DH48010. If you have kids or a shedding golden retriever, this filter clogs with lint and hair in about 15,000 miles. When it clogs, the high-voltage battery overheats. Dealers love charging $350 for a hybrid system service, which is literally just a technician vacuuming that screen for 30 seconds. If you don't do it, the battery life drops by 30%, leading to a $6,000 replacement down the road. Buy the Highlander hybrid for the 35 MPGe and the fact that it'll be worth a fortune in 2030. Just spend 5 minutes every 6 months vacuuming that vent yourself. If you think the Highlander's resale value is impressive, you haven't seen the cult following numbers for number 2. That car has a higher owner loyalty rate than most religions.
Number 3 is the vehicle that makes mechanics look like geniuses. While everyone else is buying a rugged-looking SUV that's really just a sedan with a body kit, the car people are buying a lifted wagon. You've heard that Subarus are legendary for their all-wheel drive, but did you know that most AWD SUVs on the market today are actually front-wheel drive 95% of the time? They only send power to the back when you're already sliding toward a ditch. The Outback uses symmetrical AWD, which is physically always on. I once had an Outback in the shop with 180,000 miles. The owner lived at the top of a gravel mountain in Vermont. The suspension was dirty, but the CV joints were original. Why? Because Subaru over-engineers their boots and seals for literal mud. Subaru says the CVT transmission fluid is lifetime. In mechanic speak, lifetime means the life of the warranty. If you want this car to hit 200,000 miles, you must perform a drain and fill of the CVT fluid every 30,000 to 60,000 miles. It costs about $250. If you ignore it, the valve body solenoids typically fail around 120,000 miles, and that's a $2,200 repair. Don't listen to the manual, listen to the guy holding the wrench. Number 2 is a vehicle that Honda accidentally made too good. If you're looking at a 2026 CR-V, the dealership is going to try and push you into the gasoline-only EXL. Why? Because they can't keep the hybrids in stock, and the gasoline version has a much higher service department profit margin. Most hybrids use the engine as the primary power source with a little electric boost. The CR-V hybrid, the eCVT system, flips that. Most of the time, the engine is just a high-tech generator feeding the electric motors. There isn't even a traditional transmission. No belts, no pulleys, just 2 electric motors and a direct drive gear. I've seen 2024 CR-V hybrids come in for their first brake job at 70,000 miles. Because of regenerative braking, the car uses the electric motors to slow down, meaning your physical brake pads barely ever touch the rotors. You're saving $600 in brake service every few years just by driving an electrified powertrain. For the 2026 model, Honda moved to a larger 9-inch screen as standard. It's great, but keep an eye on the 12-volt accessory battery. Hybrids hate sitting in a garage for 3 weeks. If that 12-volt battery drops below 10 volts, the whole car bricks and won't start, even if the massive hybrid battery is 100% full. Get a $50 battery tender if you're a low-mileage driver. And finally, we reach number 1, the SUV that is currently causing panic in the boardrooms of German luxury brands, the Toyota RAV4 Prime. You've been told that performance means a $90,000 MSRP and a 15 MPGe fuel bill, but the RAV4 Prime is a sleeper. It delivers 302 horsepower and a 0 to 60 time of 5.5 seconds. To put that in perspective, this Toyota family hauler will keep pace with and sometimes beat a base trim Porsche Macan at a red light, all while getting 94 MPGe. I've had efficiency nerds come into the shop who haven't visited a gas station in 6 months. They drive the 42 miles of pure electric range for their commute and only use the gas engine for road trips. But here is the warning: if you do this, your gas will literally go bad in the tank. I've seen fuel injectors gummed up on $50,000 cars because the owner was too efficient. While this car is near perfect, it has a secret Achilles heel: cable gate. Under the rear of the car, the high-voltage cable that powers the rear motor is exposed to road salt and grime. The cost? If that connector corrodes, Toyota's out-of-warranty repair quote is often $5,000 to $6,500. The pro hack? Don't wait for a warning light. Spend $30 on a can of fluid film or wool wax and spray that orange connector every winter. It's a 5-minute DIY fix that saves you $5 grand. Now, I promised you a masterclass on how to actually buy these vehicles without getting fleeced. In 2026, dealerships are using AI-powered desking to find exactly how much pain you can afford in a monthly payment. If you ask for a RAV4 Prime or a Highlander hybrid, the salesperson will likely say, "Those have an 18-month wait, but I have a gas version right here with a $2,000 discount." The countermove. That discount is a trap. Between the higher fuel costs and the 20% lower resale value of the gas model, that $2,000 savings will cost you $10,000 over 5 years. Tell them, "I'm a data-driven buyer. I know the residual value on the hybrid is 15 points higher. If you can't get the hybrid, I wait for an allocation or call another state." The 240V secret. Dealers will try to sell you a home charging package for $2,500. Don't buy it. A standard level 2 home charger costs $500 on Amazon, and a local electrician can usually install the 240-volt outlet for $400 to $800. You'll save $1,200 by making 2 phone calls. Buying a car in 2026 isn't about finding the flashiest screen or the softest leather. It's about finding a vehicle with a mechanical surplus, one that was built to outlast its own financing. If this breakdown saved you from a $50,000 mistake today, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications.
I'm doing a deep dive next week on the 3 used SUVs you should never buy, and you won't want to miss the data I found on those engines.